Education Minister Sorokaibam Rajendra says Education Department made SOPs for reopening of Class 10-12 graduation and waiting for Cabinet approval on it. Chief Chairman of Tourism Corporation of the Manipur Limited, Mohammad Sabuddin, says rate of tourists visiting the state have increased with improvement of law and order in the state. Manipur reports 38 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and one death in last 24 hours. That toll reaches 357. Recovery rate stands at 94.81%. Expert committee approved the Bharat Biotech's Covaxin and the Serum Institute of India's Covishield for emergency use in the country. And single-day spike of 18,177 active cases of COVID-19 takes India's tally above 1 crore 3 lakh. Recovery rate stands above 96%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Kanel Shambanduram. And to stay protected from coronavirus, let's remind ourselves to wash our hands frequently, wear our masks properly and maintain a safe distance. Now top stories and latest news at this hour. Education Minister Sorokaibam Rajendra said that Education Department have formed a new SOPs to start the last semester classes of Class 10, 12 and graduate students in relation to the upcoming examinations conducted by BOSAM, COSAM and universities. He asserted that the department is waiting for cabinet approvals on the matter. He was speaking at the 19th Foundation Day of Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur, Desam, held at Pedagogical Shift in Quality Education at Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance Academy today. Minister Rajendra said that the government have decided to reopen schools and colleges after taking advice from various experts in view of the inconveniences faced by the students due to COVID-19 pandemic. He added the government will look into the wrongdoings carried out at various schools and those turning schools into business hubs. Minister Rajendra expressed a firm belief that implementation of national education policy will bring changes in current education system of the state.
Hayengse koi meeting ama tawra matungda tangai padana tel 12 amasung begi aroiba sahida parikha pigadawa promotion piba yadaba kangbu de koi class haunana basu koi hayeng meeting tawra matungda cabinet puthoga cabinet ki ayab loraga koi education gi oina SOP sembal lore aduna education da koi government school na sigalai sidari je hiramani khaktane hiram amana koi gi school gi infrastructure mapung phana laitaba masak thokna thamdaba sima Number 1 or number 2 dana aikoigi school gi oja headmaster singse regular headmaster leidramnina school da administration ningthi dana leiriba staff singdo phajana ningthi dana control tawdana angang singdu da lairik ningthi na takpi da badagi hiramani sidagi government school sidagi bane ba hayengse koi meeting ama tawramatu.
At the event, Minister Rajendra said results of a written test for recruitment of 923 graduate teachers will be declared on the third day from the test and will provide the transparency of Education Department. He added the government proposed to recruit 864 among recruitment of Hindi and Sanskrit subject teachers, following which the centre approved and 864 Meitei teachers will be recruited in near future. He assured to commence necessary processes for the same at the earliest. Minister Rajendra said proposals will be made to centre to rename Meitei Mayek into Manipuri Mayek as Hill residents are reluctant to learn Meitei Mayek. He added experts also discussed to introduce 18 languages of 18 different communities of hills in schools too.
graduate teacher chamapan ga kulum doi akoi hujing notice thaba hogre masi written test hoga akoi loibaga ngamaga na nongalaga ngamdraga 2-3 days gi manung dai written test haidokane manam di aina akoi Manipur dasu interview tawba kanda akoi sumaina tawbore haibadugi madugi example do akoi sarkar sigi oina ina ihana na ai graduate teacher lobdai piba hongne Sanskriti ki samaga yankai mari aduga maitai me ki chanipan ga humpu mari so koi center da thagre ai koi maitai me ki phajana tamaba oja sing chanipan ga humpu ni thoi koi sigi head sanction pirokwa ga koi simasu interview to koi hapchal laga ai koi loan ji phajana chalhan na hona ne.
Speaking on the occasion, Desant President Namirakpam addition, they said it is a big question whether the students of the state will be able to compete in the international educational peak owing to inconveniences facing students of the state and deplorable infrastructures in schools. He added it is high time for relevant departments to look into the education system and schools infrastructures. He asserted that Desant is ready to work with the government as well as public for the same. Education Minister Sorokhaibam Rajain handed over annual the Chingu Maicho Khongnang Thaba Award to Principal of Paramount and Paradise Academy, Thokchomd Memcha, at the event.
Tuan Education Department ki tuan library ba tuan level te library ba koi official sing na hai ba sigum ba koi ki mahi masing tambagi koi ki library ba award apa mayam masi koi infrastructure da wali ba oza da wat pa oza ta to technical koi supporting staff sing hai ba tai masi koi award apa library sing se masi mengkhat piri hai raga koi Manipur na malem gi tuan ba chakot khra laibak sing ga masi koi na compete to ba lamjen ta na ba ngam ba du makal gi naharol koi naha sing semgat pa da adugi lobhum thokpa madugi chapchaba masi thodang si akoi masi lobiyu akoi su maduda saruk yazari haibu wafum si thamjage.
Chairman of the Tourism Corporation of the Manipur Limited Kamjuribam MLA Muhammad Atsabuddin said rate of tourists visiting the state had increased with improvement of law and order in the state. He was speaking at the launching of a cleanliness campaign around the shrine of Ibudho Marjing, Haingang, organized by Tourism Department and the NEC Swachhta scheme today. MLA Muhammad Atsabuddin said rate of tourists visiting the state was less earlier due to bad law and order situation in the state. However, with the coming of Chief Minister Nongthom Biren-led government, rate of tourists visiting the state have increased enormously. He asserted that the prescribed outfit issues and issues relating to Band blockade has also decreased in the state.
Adugi shanti lakpadagi ningasi akoi shanti na laibangami aduga loina na akoi gilamdam dasu atukba lamdagi mayam laktana akoi Manipur chigi bhajakraba natural beauty mayam se yengba lakpane tourist yamna lakre 18-19 sida masi credit kana ga oidori masi credit je akoi honorable chief minister pibam thoidana aduga loina na akoi mayam gi one and all akoi gi collective responsibility ma lawraga Manipur asi clean state ma wahensi have adugi shanti lakpadagi ningasi.
Speaking at the event, Tourism Director W. Ibohal termed the opinions by some individuals that celebration of tourism-related festival is wasting money as wrong. He added such festival is attracting tourists across the globe by promoting states' tourism destinations. He said the ongoing construction of one statue of the Manipuri pony above Haingang Hill will be India's highest statue on hill and will also serve as tourist attraction.
Ayeng muti je sablo ibakanda. Ora kada bapibam sini akoina khanna ba matam. Haingang kungangi oiba chauna khanaba amakak darkar oire karigi mi lakpiyu hana hairambodu hujikti mi thomjalakadore luribadi kamaina manage tawgadagi mi jingji kamaina pelhangani kamaina nungai hangani moi nungai bada khungangda leiriba praja akoi nungai hagodawba maramdi laiba mayam du pelhan ba haibase different services are required service mayam darkar oi hotel phambagi darkar oi taxi service darkar oi saidagi moigi hek darkar oi ba khudima khungangjigi praja sina pigadori.
One-day hunger strike against Farm Law 2020 was carried out at Irawat Bhavan today. MLL, MLA, AIAKS, SKS, NEFIS and MSLL jointly carried out the strike. Speaking to media, Secretary of the Manipur Lomi Loop, Haubijam Ibobi, said Farm Laws 2020 stands against the interest of farmers. He added, no farmer will accept the laws. He further assured to extend solidarity to nationwide protests against the law until it is revoked.
Farmers Bill ama Bharat Sarkar haukiba tha Jundagi chanaba haukiba ordinance amadi Nampuda Parliament pass laukiba bill ahum lomi gi kanana ne haiba bill ahum asi lomi dadi thodongna kanaba sungphang phangaroi doba mediator oiba aduguma chinjau paiba corporate singi benefit profit oiginaba aduguma binni bill asi hando u haiduna Bharat ki lomi kyanam Delhi ki border ta haureiba andolan se asiga mawana koi Manipur si lomi sing asina haiba bill si lomi gi nate chenjau pai ba sing hando haiba sigi asigumba andalola sidai koi support obagalona ai koi gi hak manghale manghan bi yaroi minimum support price manghan bi yaroi minimum support price bi ga dabani lomi gi khudong chawa punamak singa do nga sigi bill asina punamak manghan gadori masi yaroi.
Money were collected from people under false assurance to provide loans under Prime Minister Employment Generation Program PMEGP. The self-styled staff of Khadi Village and Industries Board KVIB is a 28-year-old Mutum Gopal from the Chingkhume Ilaikai in Infal East District. Speaking to media during a press meet held at KVIB Lamfeld today, Gopal said he collected 5 to 58,000 rupees from 50 loanees across Infal East, Infal West, Thoubal and Vishnupur districts between September and December last year. He added altogether 6,87,000 rupees from Thoubal district and 94,500 rupees from the Vishnupur district were collected. He said money collected from the loanees of Infal East and Infal West were returned due to less number of loanees.
Locally, Pashamam, the Hantaki Tazimanida, Hantona Honani, Aduga Vijayna, Locally, Lon, Comiva, Lonimiam, the Zai, Tamotion and La Leduga, quite Mamaru in a Quaki, Kadi Stiller, Madame, show me in a san Sarga Tauruja, Chitaka. I'm getting a showy report to Edemishan, Soja, Eduga, I get Tabak Toko, the Lotopigano, the Mayam reporters in a Lona Sing never one as again, take Tamazi.
One loanee from the Thoubal Thokpam, A.K. Manglembi, said self-styled KVIB LDC Gopal brought documents with a forged signature of the board chief executive officer, following which he handed over the money to get loaned. He added Gopal assured to provide loan up to 25 lakh, following which 58,000 rupees was handed over to Gopal on October last year. He said upon the failing to provide the loans, the matter was inquired to office and it came to light that Gopal is not an employee of the office.
Aku imana biji hana magi hana tau bone ba. Ado magi tau baji da magi siya sang jadi loi mag cumme bako. Cumbaji da mai siya sang jadi yenga ba matung jida koi jos mai na tau dui ni mana loi cap mana is mai kai dui ni ko dui ni habi jida ne. Thaja raga tau gi bane ba pesa se pi gi bane ba. Koi juma office ki sigi LDC ni na mana hai rabani na koi ju boi ra boi ninge ba office da ji koi ju sungsa chatram ni khangdre ba. Ko na khata ne ba khangak padi. Aku imana biji hana magi hana tau bone.
KVIB Board CEO H. Karuna clarified that KVIB has whatsoever no connection with Gopal. She added Gopal served as caretaker at the Coffee Board of India, KVIB complex. She appealed to interested loanees to visit the office to avoid such incident in future.
Lakadoriba 21-22 gi scheme sida sukang khangdaba mina loan thage bank da chenbi ge haba wa che ngasi haiba numit asidagi di kanamatan office ki mi yaudana tawbiranoba aduga karigumba loan side apply tawningba layraga su agency sing da lakpiyoba aduna applicant khudik magna lakpiraga akhoi batam punamakta miyam ki damak khong hangaga layriba aduna lakpiyu hangbiyu khangdaba singdo akhoi na ngamba akhoi gi level da loinamak awareness tawjageba sidagi di loni amatana mi ama laga loan thabagi paisa loghi haiba taraga di animak phaganeba.
People of Kangabok appreciated Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren for starting the process of repairing the road along Arong River bank, which is one of the most important routes in Infalt Mori Road. The 3.5 kilometer long road from Arong River till Ikopad is one of the most important routes. BJP candidate of Kangabok constituency T.H. Jadumani, accompanied by department officials, inspected the area. Speaking during the inspection visit, Jadumani said that the road on both sides of Arong River was blacktopped during the tenure of the former Chief Minister Okram Ibobi. He said repairing of the 15-kilometer long road on the Kangabok side started under Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren. Accompanying the visit, AE of PIU2, Taubald RED, PMGSY, Rural Engineering Department, Sarat Chandra said that the repairing process is going on under MPGSY2 Phase 1.
Kangabok amadi hokhamgi tainari pa arong train maming thonba sigi nage the left and right the repairing ban si ekhoigi Kangabok thangba sidi ekhoigi hanagi panbirambo honorable XCM Ibobi Saibna kaimta tobiramte level si foot mari makhai khenaba khenaba adugi changde khenarami hausi paliba no sarkar lakpadagi honorable CM Nongthombam Biren da haijabadagi haiba famji si lepchiri famji dagina kopat phawba ekhoigi kilometer 30 si ekhoina ai sana ekhoigi lebaksi arwa thonjagibani honorable CM hanhanda ekhoi khang projai maikaidigi amadi aigi maikaidi thagachari.
A man who was arrested by Vishnupur women police in relation to his wife's death case hung himself to death in the lockup of the Vishnupur police station's toilet. Police personnel found his body this morning around 5. The deceased is a 52-year-old Haishnam Sanahanba, son of late Ango from Tinungai Mamang Lekai. Impact News sources said that he was arrested by a team of Vishnupur police from Phumshang at Loktak Lake yesterday morning in suspect of the killing his wife Ngobi by thrashing on 30 December last year. Deceased Sanahanba went into hiding after the incident. Sanahanba's body was taken to his residence for his last ritual rites after conducting post-mortem at the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences morgue following inspection by a forensic science team regarding the death. Surviving son lamented his parents' death. He said that he did not have any suspicion towards the police personnel, but he urged to bring out a legit report about his father's death.
Adu ngarang misi khatang di nungai te habdi imagi logi dwangai di aduga nahan phaba ga ngarang purakpaga sire na harakpa du khatang nungai ta poe asumba pothokpi du na kari marangi kamai to na matum na sijabo jo achum bodu dang khang na ba na ju kaino tawjage du mayam na su mateng pangbiyo tingna badi laite aduga porakpaga sire habdu di wakhan hadi khatang nungai ta poe harau ta yam na lehawe kholowe na hai aduga kaino tawraga thauri yalaga matum na si lairame hadi khatang ni chingna poe adu asumba lang jim pothokpi du na ibagi sim tang di mayam na mateng pangbi du na asumba pothokpi wa na haji.
Manipur reported 38 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and one death in last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 28,281, out of which 1,108 are active cases. In the last 24 hours, one coronavirus infected patient, a 65-year-old woman from Imphal West District, passed away at Regional Institute of Medical Sciences Hospital. With this this death toll has reached 358. On the positive note, 33 people were discharged in the past 24 hours and recovered cases have reached 26,815. State's recovery rate reaches 94.81%. 37 infected persons are from the general population and 1 from the CAPFs. They are 19 from Imphal West, 6 from Vishnupur, 4 from Thoubal, 3 from Tamenglong, 2 from Imphal East, 1 each from Kangpokpi, Kakching and Churachandpur. All are locals without any significant travel history. All necessary medical precautionary measures like containment and contact tracing are underway. For mental health support, public may call Manipur Mental Health Helpline number 104 between 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Assumed condemned civil society bodies for demanding to further appeal the higher court regarding acquittals of Autonomous District Council Chandled former chairman Luke Saijau. Press release from Atsumd said that the union support war on drug and will not stand against accusations on innocent people. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Classic Group of Hotels presents New Year's Special food stalls with varieties of snacks and beverages at Sendra Park and Resort from 30th of December 2020 to 3rd of January 2021, starting from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Also available tent for night stay. For details, please contact 8131980420. Make your New Year celebration special. Panthibi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, specified as a financial institution by the Ministry of Finance, Government of India under SURFACE Act 2002. First license holder public limited housing finance company in the entire northeastern region of India, completed its 15 years of service. Provides home loan with the subsidy amount up to rupees 2.67 lakh under PMAY Credit Link Subsidy Scheme, PMAY CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Government or private employees, businessmen can apply. For more details, kindly contact Panthibi Housing Finance Company Limited or reporter Mamlaikai Imphal.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin. India's COVID-19 tally has reached 1,3,23,965 with 18,177 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. On the positive note, India's active COVID-19 cases have come down to 2,47,220 in the last 24 hours, rising the recovered cases to 99,27,310. Country's recovery rate rises to 96.16%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, that toll has reached 1,49,435. Kerala has the highest infection of above 65,000 active cases, followed by Maharashtra with above 54,000 active cases. Globally, coronavirus has infected nearly 8 crore 50 lakh people. Above 1 crore 8 lakh 45,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 6 crore 2 lakh 1,000. United States of America has the highest infection of above 81 lakh 84,000 active cases in the world, followed by India and Brazil, while China, from where the pandemic started, stands at 82nd position with just 395 active cases of COVID-19. The Drug Controller General of India, DCGI, Countries Affairs Regulatory Authority for Medicinal Products, on Sunday approved Oxford's COVID-19 vaccine, Covishield, and Bharat Biotech's Covaxin for restricted emergency use in India. This means vaccines of Serum Institute of India and Bharat Biotech have been granted permission for restricted use in emergency situations by the drug regulator. The Drug Controller General of India, Dr. V.Z. Somani, made this announcement at a press conference at 11 a.m. today. Somani said that the subject expert committee has recommended allowing restricted use of COVID-19 vaccines developed by Serum Institute of India and Bharat Biotech. So far in India, Covishield and Covaxin have received clearance from a key expert panel Adding further, he said, "We will never approve anything if there is slightest of safety concerned. The vaccine are 100% safe. Some side effects like a mild fever, pain and allergy are common for every vaccine." Somani said that the rumor is absolute rubbish. Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcomes the news of DGCI granting approvals to emergency use of 2 COVID-19 vaccines in India and said that it accelerates the road to a healthier and COVID-free nation. A decisive turning point to strengthen a spirited fight, he wrote on Twitter, adding that it shows the eagerness of our scientific communities to fulfill the dreams of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Retired MCS Muhammad Abdus Salam opened a factory of the UPVC, which is a branch of UMMA Aluminium Glass and Signographic Private Limited at the Kurai Kumidok in Imphal East District today. A website for this factory was also launched at the event. Speaking on the occasion, provider of UMMA Aluminium Glass and the Signographic Private Limited, Mohammed Bahuddin, said the factory will provide job opportunities to the unemployed youths of the state. He added the products manufactured from the factory will be competed with the outside product and made available to the public.
Unemployed habiti thabak tawbagi sang si koigi lekai do yengasu sukibatik neme thabak phangdriba nahasing maruoina inklakliba nahasing si ayambana ngausan riba sing si thabomda mat satte laglai su hairagasu ngausan dabagi sang henkalakna guli satna maruoina phatabani sasing sinadna leiriba nahasing mayam si oikhitana bai damakta thabak ta khong thangjan si.
Imphal West District Village Defence Force Welfare Association extended financial aid of 1.5 lakh rupees to family members of late VDF personnel, the Kumuk Jamd Inaucha. It may be mentioned that VDF Inaucha from Thangmaiban Hijam Diwan Laikai passed away due to an illness. President of Imphal West District VDF Welfare Association, Muhammad Riyaj Khan, and association leaders handed over the amount to father of a late Inaucha, Tomba, at Manipur Press Club today. The association has been extended financial aid to family members of the late VDF personnel. The association appealed the government to increase their salary. Leaders of the association announced that among the financial aid whenever a VDF personnel pass away has increased from 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh rupees and to injured VDF personnel from 10,000 to 30,000 rupees.
Sigi pali belengakna amadi maila nebasingna minung siga loidana nasinga simak BDF na fangiba lupali sing nipan na samna sina thamagi kusumal oiraga leiba habisi adugi matik sada bani habisi khangra bofamni maramaduna athubada midyeng sangbiduna lekhidaw matamda matik saba det benefit pibiyu amadi matamga chanaba ekogi onerem asisu phanghanbiyu haina Imphal West District BDF Welfare Association gi pastel moina ekoi association gi taraptagi appeal tawjari sigi pali.
Kairao MLA Rameshwar today extended financial aid to school van drivers who are affected by COVID-19 pandemic. It may be mentioned that those who are in school van service are greatly affected following closing down of schools since March owing to the COVID situation. BJP former President Mainam Devorot kicked off the 2-day Mandal-level training program of BJP Manipur Pradesh at NIDSU Community Hall Luang Sangbam today. Workers of Kundrakpam, the Kurai, Haingang and Lamlai Mandal attended the program. BJP eminent spokesperson stressed on roles and rules to be abided by BJP workers. Kendra Prasikshand Vivak of the BJP Wabagai Mandal kicked off the two-day Mandal training camp to strengthen the BJP at the Kairak Ushamd Laikai Community Hall today. Vice President of the BJP Wabagai Devend, President of the BJP Kakching District Usami Bomcha, President of BJP Wabagai Mandals Maibamd Nabachandra and BJP workers at various booth committee of the Wabagai constituency attended the camp. Major Nikhil Jha of 16th Assam Rifles stressed on the need to strengthen the cordial ties between the security forces and the public to check crimes and bring peace in the state. He was speaking at the civic action program organized by 16th Assam Rifles at Kaishamthong Ilangbam Laikai Community Hall today. Nikhil said their battalion welcomed suggestions from public. He assured to conduct such civic action program in future too. Shoeing machines were distributed to 10 people during the program.
पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में डेवलपमेंट लाने के लिए, समृद्धि लाने के लिए और हमारी सोसाइटी को और ऊपर ले जाने के लिए छोटे मोटे प्रोजेक्ट्स हमेशा लोगों की रिक्वेस्ट के हिसाब से एग्जीक्यूट करती रहती है। उन्हीं प्रोजेक्ट्स में से आज ये एक प्रोजेक्ट है जो करने का हमें सौभाग्य मिला। ये प्रोजेक्ट मेनली हमारी माताओं और बहनों की समृद्धि के लिए, उनके सक्सेस के लिए, उनको एम्पावर करने के लिए एक कदम है हमारी तरफ से। और मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आगे चल के भी हम एक साथ मिलकर काम करते रहेंगे और अपनी सोसाइटी को आगे बढ़ाएंगे। अगर आपको आगे भी किसी चीज़ की ज़रूरत होती है या कोई एक प्रोग्रेसिव स्टेप आपके दिमाग में आता है जो हम साथ में मिलके ले सकते हैं।
Meitei National Front Kanglei Park GD convened a meeting and elected new executive members of the front today. Press release from the front notified that Hamom Dhoni Meitei will serve as president while Mutum Hemanta Mangang as vice president. 3 different books were released at Manipur Hindi Parisat Old Assembly Road, organized by Khangsrakpam, the publication Oinamd today. The released books are Hizamt Gunos Manipur novel Bir Tikendrajit wrote, Arambamd Memchobi's Manipuri poem book Iduning Thau, translated into English by Professor Khangsrakpam Kunjo, and another book entitled Varat Ki Folklore Nainaba Waring Khara, written by Professor Khangsrakpam Kunjo. Now the news from the world of sports. 6-0 Men's Asian Hockey Championship will be held under the aegis of Asian Hockey Federation, hosted by Bangladesh at Dhaka's Maulana Bhashani Hockey Stadium from the 11th to 19th of March. Bangladesh, India, Japan, Malaysia, Pakistan and South Korea will play against each other in round-robin match, and the 4 winning teams will further compete in semi-final matches. India will play against Japan on the 11th of March and against Bangladesh on 12th of March, while much awaited play between India and Pakistan will on March 13th. Further, India will play against Malaysia on March 15 and against South Korea on March 16th. In the final match of the 5th championship hoisted by Oman in 2018, India and Pakistan were declared as joint winner due to inclement weather. Athletic Association of Manipur will organize the 48th State Age Group Athletics Championship on January 16 and 17 at Kumalampak Main Stadium. Participants will compete in various categories including under 14, 16, 18, 20 boys and girls, senior men and women. Press release from the association informed that interested affiliated units of the state can get the details from association's office in the polo ground latest by 15th of January. Sports kits were presented to young players of Draw Football Academy Kwakai Khel at the playground of the academy today. Altogether 120 players, including 40 players below the age of 10, 40 players under the age of 13, 40 players under the age of 15 are getting training under 4 coaches at the academy. Chairman of Draw Football's Academy, P. Shrikant, said players are being trained in the 3-month-long training being held at the academy since 14th of December last year. He appealed to people to support football sports and encourage the players. Kaisamthong MLA Eld Jayant Kumar, IMC Ward number 12 Corporator P. Premila, Academy Treasurer Eld Ajit, Convener M. Ratan Kumar, and Academy eminent personalities attended the event.
Masi trau khaktangi nate mipung khudimak academy is lakpiba yagani trau gi haiba leite adigi neroka gi haiba leite nako gi haiba leite waidio gi haiba leite loinamak lak pa yagani tawbadabu akhoi mapu amakhak palhanning bagi oina masidi sta trau na tawda yadana tawjabani haji academy is laliba angang sing se akhoi khangkhachagani aduga amfana natraga any tournament thokko matamda tournament ma torok matamda khoi sei khangkhalakba trau gi academy gi player sing si akhoi participate tahonjagani.
Well, that's all we have for the bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Education Minister Sorokhaibam Rajendra says Education Department made SOPs for reopening of Class 10-12 graduations and waiting for Cabinet approvals on it. Chairman of the Tourism Corporation of the Manipur Limited, Mohammad Sabuddin, says rate of tourists visiting the state have increased with improvement of law and order in the state. Manipur reports 38 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 1 death in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 357. Recovery rate stands at 94.181%. Experts committee approved the Bharat Biotech's Covaxin and the Serum Institute of India's Covishield for emergency use in the country. And single-day spike of 18,177 active cases of COVID-19 takes India's tally above 1 crore 3 lakh. Recovery rate stands above 96%. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Prime Time, the Manipuri Bulletin, which will be presented by our anchor, Mr. Okram Somarendro. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Until then, have a great Sunday evening and always stay safe.
Office of the